Hello, Team Beautifully Polished. It is Wednesday, and this is Debbie, and we are here today for our Wednesday training. And our Wednesday training today is about the word grit. I don't know if you guys have heard that word. It seems like it's kind of a new big buzzword out there, as there's always different words to describe passion and motivation. And grit seems to be kind of the word that people are using now. It's kind of that, I don't know, to me it's like that dirty work hard word. So let's talk about for a minute here, what is grit? Well, grit, if you haven't heard that expression before, is having stamina and passion. It's supposed to be the secret to success in life, right? If you have grit. By definition, grit is passion and perseverance for long-term and meaningful goals. It has the ability to persist in something you feel passionate about and persevere when you face obstacles. This kind of passion is not about intense emotions or infatuation. It's about your inner drive. So over and over in Color Street, we hear so many times about your why. Know your why. You know, your why is going to get you through the dark times. Well, what's getting you through that why? Your grit. It's the feeling you have in you that keeps you fighting for that why. It's your why is why you're doing your business. Your grit is what's driving you to follow that why, right? So grit helps you stick with goals that you have. It helps you for your future. It's not just something like for this week or this month. Grit is what's going to keep you going long term. So if you have grit, think of it like loving life like it's a marathon, living life like it's a marathon. You know, you have this whole entire time. It's not just this sprint to to next week. It's the long-term memories and goals and motivations you have and what's going to get you there. So how do you build grit? It's easier said than done. It's easy to say you need grit, right? It's easy to say, I got to motivate myself. But how do you stay motivated for that long run? Your talent doesn't necessarily make you gritty. A lot of us come to this business with so many different talents, but that's not what they have found gives you that grit. Along the way, my gosh, your grit drives you to do things, and it forces you to learn new talents and master new talents along the way, which is exciting because then that energizes you to keep going. But people who have talents don't necessarily have grit. Grit is that drive. Sometimes it's the person you would deem is probably the least talented person, right? They come in just not knowing anything, but their drive, have you ever seen one of those people that comes in and their drive gets them to the top? I look at like J.K. Rowling, she was living out of her car, right? But her grit and her drive forced her to write these stories and to work hard at it. And look where she is now. There's so many celebrities and famous people that had that motivation and that grit. Were they the most talented? Maybe, maybe not. A lot of critics will read Harry Potter books and critique her writing skills. I liked them. But a lot of people, maybe she wasn't the most talented person out there, but boy, did she persevere and write all those books and have the knowledge to write one after another. And anyway, so let's talk about 4 ways that can help you get grit. What can help you with your grit? So number 1 is clarity. So in order to have that grit and that drive, you have to have clarity. Grit begins with passion, but you have to know what you love, right? What do you want right now? What are you passionate about right now? My gosh, when we join Color Street, all of us are like, wow! I mean, it's the greatest feeling when you first join, right? Well, you're a year into it, 2 years into it. Is your passion the same as day 1? Maybe, maybe not. So how do you keep that passion? You've got to get clarity of what you're wanting with your business. So if you don't know what you want, you're not going to have that drive and the perseverance to work towards something. So what do you want right now? I'm sure that you've started so many things over the years, as we all have. But think about what you're wanting right now. What are you wanting with your Color Street business now, today? So take some time to think about that. Are you unsure? Are you one of those people that say, sign up and said, I don't know, I'm going to try it. We'll see what happens. A lot of times people do that because they're scared. They're scared to say, well, if I go in all in, what if I fail? Failure is a big thing that can stop in your clarity or stop your passion. Well, so what? Because what if you didn't do it and you didn't try? How would you ever know what happened? And you know what? Even 2 years down the road, if your business isn't where you intended it to be, I guarantee you had some different growth things along the way in ways that you could find that help build you. So, if you're that person who came in and said, I don't know, I'm just going to give it a try. Well, try maybe, but if you don't have something driving you, it's probably not going to end up being what it potentially could. When I came in, I knew I wanted to build a business. I came in with a drive. I came in knowing I wanted to build a team. That's where my passion was, and I didn't hide it from the beginning. I knew that I could see the big picture with this company. I can still see the big picture with this company and what it can do for people. I'm talking with my hands a lot today, sorry. So there's so much passion there. So I could see what it could do for me, so I went in full force. All right, so what can you do? What are you going to do? Maybe you go in and you have the attitude, you know what? I talked to a gal yesterday. I love what she said. She said, I'm just going to go all in for a year and see what happens. Okay, so what if you did that? Instead of saying, I'm just going to try it and see what happens, what if you go in and say, I'm going to give it my all. I'm going to share this business. I'm going to watch videos. I'm going to color 10 people. I'm going to work towards goals. I'm going to work this for 1 year and see what happens. Then you have some clarity at what you want, right? So that is how you make a commitment to get clarity of what you want to work towards it. And this doesn't just count. Of course, I'm putting this towards Color Street because that's what we do, right? But the clarity in every part of your life, you guys. Think of it with your marriage, your children, your faith, your health, your fitness, your other job if you have one. There's so many things. Clarify what you want from each and every one of those so you can fight for what you want at any given time. Because every one of those areas is going to hit bumps, right? Everything. You go through a hard time as your kids get older or younger, or what you're going through, your marriage. But if you have clarity at what you want to make work and what you want, what you see, your marriage is, you're running a marathon with that marriage. It's not just till next week. Well, you're going to fight for what you want. Then you're going to have that grit to fight through no matter what it is. Working out. Again, you guys know I always talk about working out. I love working out. I love exercising. But as much as I love it, lately I found myself doing it, but I needed to switch it up. It just wasn't working for me anymore. I had to start being held accountable for what I was doing and eating and the way I was training. So sometimes you just need to relook at what you're doing. I needed to get clarity for what my goals are out of that time that I'm spending exercising. I'm doing it, but am I seeing the results that I want to see? So I needed to kind of refocus my clarity on that. So it's okay at any given time, we need to refocus and get that clarity back so we can have the passion to lead to it. Number 2 is prime your enthusiasm. So if you have enthusiasm for what you're doing, you're going to get excited about it, right? You want to get excited about your goals, about what it is. You find your clarity, so you know what you want to do. So now you're going to write goals, and now you can be excited about those goals, excited about what you're doing. You want to be engaged. You want to be energized. You want to look forward to the next day of your Color Street business. You know what? I only talked to 5 people today, but tomorrow I'm going out to talk to 7 more. I did this today. I'm super excited to follow through with that tomorrow. Getting excited about it every day is important. So how do you prime it, let's say, every day? So figure out, is it when you wake up in the morning? Is it when you're in the shower? How do you start your day? Think about your day. What do you have? What does it have to do with Color Street? What are you excited about your business for that day? And if there isn't anything, if you have nothing on your list of something that gets you excited with your business, you can create it. Maybe it's going to be listening to a training. Maybe it's going to be out there stripping a stranger. Maybe it's just texting someone on the team or your sponsor or your upline. It can be something as simple as that brings that enthusiasm back. We all know, I've been here 2.5 years, and when I put a strip on somebody and I watch their face, it brings my enthusiasm back every time because they see that wow factor. I had an event last night, the wow factor of the new people who see it. There's still so many people who haven't seen it, and it's so exciting. You get seriously, is it that easy? We all have it, and it brings your enthusiasm right back to where it is, or needs to be. So you're losing your enthusiasm, get out there and put some strips on some people, and it brings it back. Reach out to somebody, just reach out to your upline, and see how they're doing, or say, you know what, today I just need to pick me up. What do you got for me? And let them give you a pick me up. Something to bring the passion back, but bring it back each day. And again, not just in your own business, do it in all your things in life. What are you going to do to get, I have a teenage daughter. Oh, every day it can be a battle, right? The lack of conversation, but I wake up each day with a smile on my face, no matter how it was the day before, and I start fresh because I have to, because she's my daughter, she's my kid. Of course, I'm always going to work towards the best of that. Do that with your business too. Okay, so the next thing, number 3, would be blocking time. So we have talked about this over and over and over. You've got to schedule the time you want for your business. I schedule working out, I get it done. I schedule my work time, I get it done. On days that I don't lock in certain hours that I'm going to work, guess what I do? A little bit of work, a little bit of laundry, a little bit of work, a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of work, a little bit of scrapbooking. I have to put it in a calendar to discipline myself. I have to block the time, and I have to write down what I want to get done. If I just think in my head, oh, I think I'm going to get this done, I'll find every other thing to do around that. Sure, you'll have distractions. Like today, I've had a ton of policy distractions. And you know what? Where did I find my passion again? Because I was so frustrated with that. Oh my gosh, my passion is this. Like, I love being able to come in and talk to you guys and motivate you and get you excited. Like, that drives me back and brings my passion back, doing this type of thing. So knowing at 12 o'clock, I got to bring my passion back, that got me through my morning. So block your time. Make sure you put Color Street into your schedule. If you are trying to work the business like a business, you've got to put it in there. It's one of the first things on the Let's Get Started call with a new stylist. Calendar blocking is one of the first things we tell them from the first day they start. You want to mark the time that you don't want to work, that you're going to work, and that you're going to, take time for like meetings and trainings, and then the time you're going to do your nail bars. You've got to have a clear commitment to make the business work. And then the commitment needs the passion and the genuine desire to get you there to make you work it. All right. So my final thing to you is enlist a team. I don't mean you have to go out and sponsor people. Sure, it'd be great if you want to, but surround yourself with people who want what you want. Surround yourself with people who build you up. Surround yourself with people who want to follow your dreams. Again, let's compare it to a marriage. If I surround myself with people who hate men and hate marriage, is that going to do any good for my moral or my morale with my marriage? Probably not. If I'm hearing that kind of stuff all the time, I want to surround myself with people who want to strengthen marriages and who want to build up their husbands, not that bash their husbands. You want to surround yourself with people who have that same passion. If it's exercising, surround yourself with the people that exercise when you go to exercise, not the ones that are there eating their Doritos on the treadmill, right? You want to surround yourselves with the people that help you get your dreams. So it might be a team member that you have. It might be your sponsor. It might be a different person somewhere in Beautifully Polished. But enlist yourself a team and work with them. But you also need to speak out. You need to find those people. If you're not reaching out to your sponsor, you're not reaching out to your uplines or team members saying, I really want more from this business. But if you're thinking it quietly, but not going in Beautifully Polished and not being proactive about it, people don't know. So you also have to be the initiator to enlist that. I'm really looking for some help here. I really want to talk to you. I really want to do something to create that bond. And so you can enlist that team and work with them. Again, think of a personal trainer with exercise. People go to a personal trainer. Why? Because they push them. You're down there working out by yourself. You're lifting those heavy weights at the end. It's getting a little heavy. I think I'm just going to set it down. I'm almost to 15. I think I'm going to do 10. But you have that trainer who is right next to you. So you're not alone. They're not letting you stop. And at the end, when you want to set it down, they're the person saying, come on, you can do this. You can do this. You can do this. That's what you need in your business. So when it's hard, you have that person going, oh my gosh, suck it up, get over it, deal with it, and move on, right? Side story, never mind. Forget it. All right. Okay, so that is what your team can do for you. That is what Team Beautifully Polished can do for you. So none of these ideas I gave you are earth shattering. None are big, huge concepts, are they? They're things we all know, but they're really common sense. But I love this quote: common sense is not always common practice. Just because it makes sense to us doesn't mean we practice it, right? There's a lot of things that are common sense. We know what we need to do for this business, but are you common practicing it? So just because we know it doesn't mean we're doing it. So this is why so many people, so many great people fail to reach their potential. They fail to stay gritty. They fail to know that hard work. So know what it takes, know the hard work it takes to maintain you for long-term success. There's gonna be hard days. We're all gonna fall. Of course we're gonna fall, but that's where that grit picks you up to the next day. So if you follow these four steps I talked about, you're going to start to see your grit and your passion work for your business. So my call to action to you for this week, what is it? Well, gosh, I want you to look at your business. Has your passion cooled down? If so, what do you need to get that passion back? What will excite you again to that first day when you signed and you got your kit? I love talking to new stylists when they get their kits. It's so fun when they get that box in the mail. What is your passion? So have you built a tribe to support you? If not, maybe it's time to think about it. Is it someone on our team? Maybe it's as simple as telling your husband out loud, I really want to make this business work. I need you to check in with me every day and make sure that I've colored 10 people and talked to 10 people about the business. Maybe it's just saying it out loud to somebody because you've been too scared to do that because you're scared of failure. So do you have that tribe there to support you? They can't support you if they don't know what you want. If you're there telling them, well, I'm kind of make a go at it, well, then they'll just kind of check in with you. But if they know you're driven and they know what you want, they're going to be excited for you and be pushing you every step of the way. So take some time to think about those things, you guys. Have you calendar blocked your time? Are you being true to yourself in marking specific Color Street time in what you're going to do? Do you have clarity at what you want? Have you written your goals? Do you know exactly what you want right now? Right now. So I challenge you to look at those. Pick one area or all four and start to hone in on them to get that grit and that passion for where you see yourself with Color Street long term, not just tomorrow. All right? So that is what I have for you guys today, and good luck. Find that grit, find that drive, find that passion, because I know if you have that passion, everything else follows with you because you're not going to quit. You're going to work at it and work at it until you have what you want. All right, so have a great Wednesday, everybody, and I will see you next week. I can shut you guys down. Let's see.